What is going on, everybody? What's up, y'all? I just want you guys to know, man, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. I appreciate everything you guys have done for me. Everything. I really do. What up, Mike? Man. How are you doing, Mike? I just want you to know, brother, that I truly love you, man. I know things, the last 6 months, 8 months, things have been really crazy. I've been working a shit ton, and you already know that. But I just want you to know that I'm not streaming because I don't want to, but I've really been focusing on just getting right. And I don't mean for it to be selfish. I just want you to know that I think about you every day, man. I really do. And I just want you to know that I care about you. And things are kind of a little shaky, but I want you to know that I'm going to be upfront honest with you, and I just want you to know that I think about you. I truly, whenever I ask how you're doing, how you're feeling, I really care about that. Like, I want you to know that I care about you, man. Like, I want you to know that. I've been, one of the reasons, well, there's a few reasons, but the main reason I've been working is so I can kind of make sure I'm kind of set for a while. So if I decide not to do overtime and not to do different things, I'll be all set. So that's why I've been just really working because I like doing it, but also too it's been I've been just trying to get ahead. But I want you to tell me how you're doing, man. I really do. One thing, you guys know when I stream, a lot of times when people come to the stream, I get so excited talking to people that I don't play. One thing I've noticed about me is that one of the reasons I do that is because I don't want you guys to think I don't care. If I just didn't stream for a while and then all of a sudden I hop into a stream, it's like, the hell? Where's my chat at? Hold on. There it is. And then I just hop in and start playing and don't say nothing. It truly means that it looks like I don't care. And even though you guys may not think that, I think that. And so I just want you guys to know that's took me a while to figure that out. I was like, why am I doing this all the time? And I started to realize that that's one of the things I was thinking about. I'm thinking, I love these guys, man. Like, I want these guys in my life. I like these guys, and I don't want to just hop on a stream when I haven't been on for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then just start playing when Mike's telling me about his health and stuff like that, or anybody, people are telling me what's up, and it's just, at the end of the day, that's not what's important. But Mike, you just, you let me know what you need. You keep me posted, please. I want to, I want to know how you're doing, man. I really do, and I'm not just saying that because it sounds good. But I just, I want you to do good in physical therapy. I want everything to be all right. I want you to know that no matter what, even if you don't see me for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, that I'm always thinking about you, man. Especially everything you've done for me. You mentioned it a little bit. Well, I don't want to guess, but I think the last time you mentioned your neck, I think you said you were going to go get it checked out. And I thought, so I'm guessing the neck and back issue is all one, because obviously your neck, the bones in your neck are connected to your back. So I'm assuming, what is it? It's not scoliosis, is it? Or I didn't say that right. I grew up with a guy who had that. Cervical. Damn. So what is that? What exactly is it? And is there a way to fix it, or is it kind of something you just deal with the rest of your life, or how does that work? cervical kyphosis. Oh, hey, Eric. I forgot, Eric. What do you have, brother? I know Joey. Wait, Eric, do you have something too? I know Joey has something, but I don't even know what he has because I know when I moved away from Michigan, I want to say that, that was in 2010. I want to say he had issues, but I didn't really know to what extent. And do you have something too, Eric? So for those who don't know, well, Mike knows, but yeah, that's my brother Eric. Happy late birthday! I know I wish you birthday May 1st, but I want to wish it to you again, and that I love you, and I hope Abel's doing okay. I just telling Mike I've been working my ass off, so I haven't been streaming as much as I want, but all right, let me open up Discord. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Whoa, what's that? Hey, Eric, send me a picture. Do you have a picture like this? Like, can you find a picture online real quick and save it of, like, the comparison? Because I like this picture what Mike sent, so it gives me an idea. So for those, if you randomly... Damn. That's... So how are you and Joey getting that? Is it just something random that you guys got? Or is it tied to, like, what Uncle Steve and Uncle Lawrence have? So, Eric, what's the name of... Hey, Eric, what's the name of the disease that our uncles have? I want to show Mike that. I think I told Mike, like, way back in the day what they had, but I want to send it to you. Where they had their hands would be like this. I think it's called Marie Sharkova. Marie Charcot. Let me see if I can... Is it this? Is it this? Okay, so this is what my uncles have. Ooh, I never looked this up. They got it in the feet. Oh, no, I mean, they have it in the hands. So, yeah, this is like... Before my uncle passed, this is how his hands were. And all my uncles have it, but my dad didn't get it. Why is it all the pictures of the feet? That must be where it's most common. So this is what my uncle's hands look like. Before he passed, and I think my Uncle Lawrence. Damn, where's the pictures at? What the fuck? Oh. So yeah, their hands curl up at the knuckle. Geez, I didn't realize everybody I know has, man. So Mike, with you. All right, so this is. So Mike, is there a cure for it, or are you just gonna or is it just something you got to deal with the rest of your life, or is it kind of like physical therapy should help you? Wait, turning your cartilage to bone? Does that mean you're gonna die with it? Or Eric, that sounds crazy, dude. I don't know. I never really thought. I never thought to ask if you had anything. Dude, no way. Like how long? How long do you have, brother? Shout out to everybody from TikTok joining. How long do you have, man? I mean, you got a long time, right? You and Joey? Dude, sorry guys, I just found out about my brother. He has something, and I guess over time it's gonna. Oh, so you can live to be an older age, right? Like you can still be you can still live for 40 more years. Is that what you're saying? Or you? Okay. Okay. Getting all worried, man. Had me crying on stream, brother. I love you, man. Dude, I want you to keep me posted. You too, Mike. I want you to keep me See, this is what I get for being the way I am. I don't ask enough questions, but I never thought to ask, hey, does anybody have anything serious wrong with them? I know Mike's been saying, Mike's been going to different tests and stuff like that, or different doctors for tests, and um, but I think this is the first time he's told me a diagnosis, so at least that's good. So Mike, what was the oh, man, Eric, I appreciate you sharing that with me, brother. I love you, man. Hey, so Mike, what was the blood issue? Was that along the same lines of that, or is that a different issue? Because I know you were saying you are having issues with your blood, or is that just kind of like tied to this, or is it a separate thing, or? Man, do you know if what our uncles have, is it kind of the same, where eventually it could kill them, but it's not terminal? Is that kind of the same thing that they kind of have? Like, they don't have, what they have is not terminal either, right? And I'm sorry if I get a little too personal here, but oh man, what a way to start a stream, man. Oh man. Well, Eric, I want you to know, brother. I want to tell you something, man. Um, I want you to know that I love you, man. I really do. I know that's kind of like over time. We've said that about each other. We've said things, and we've whatever. We say stuff, and you know, and we used to say that, and Dad used to say, "Oh my God, you guys are making up," and you know. But I think now we're just older, where it's different now. You know, I want you to know that I care about you, man. And yeah, maybe at some point down the line we'll joke around more and still on stream joke around, but I just want you to know that I care about you, man. And I don't know if it's because... Oh, thanks for telling me the difference between that. Okay, that made... Okay. It just... When you... Real quick, when you mentioned the bone thing, I remember I watched something on some TV program about something like that, and it was... But I think it was a lot worse than what you have. It was like something that literally turns their either their muscle or their tissue or something into bone, but at a rapid rate. And it's just, it was scary to watch. Well, I appreciate that. I know, you know, it's crazy thinking about this. You know, I mentioned to you I care about you and stuff, and I really do. But, you know, it's wild when you think about it, because, you know, we grew up together. But, you know, outside of the normal, you know, fucking around with each other and, you know, joking around, and even back in the day, sometimes gaming with Mom. If you remember, we used to play like Wheel of Fortune and Donkey Kong on the Super Nintendo. You know, outside of that, we really, and maybe it's because of the age difference, or maybe because it's normal how brothers are, but we really didn't, you know, do as much as like one would think together. But that doesn't mean we didn't see each other a lot. I think it was like a mixture of different interests, different age. Obviously, me going into Maxie's too, that was probably something that didn't help. But, you know, I just want to set the record straight and let you know, man, that I do care about you. And shout out to everybody who's stopping by. Draco, Cheese, Midnight, Cheezer, Romanoff, holy shit, Half Cookie, Danny, Brian, Josiah, Bad, whew. You guys are probably only stopping by for a few seconds, but still, it's a lot of people, man. But I just want you to know, man, I love you, and I want you to know, like, you've probably seen my posts on Facebook. You know, I've always meant to ask you, you know, did you, when I was struggling with things back in, like, I don't know if you can remember, back in, like, 2010, 2015, so basically the times I was living in Florida, but I would come back and visit, did you ever sense that I wasn't right? Like, that something was wrong? I always meant to ask you that. Like, did you tell? Because you know from my post that obviously I was in a bad spot mentally and emotionally, not so much because of my issues, but because of all the drugs I was taking and drinking, and, you know, I was in really bad shape, but I was still able to function, which was weird. Did you ever sense anything was wrong? Because, I mean, I was doing my internships, and I'd come home to visit for a couple weeks, and, you know, I always wonder if people could tell, man, something wrong with Tony, but we don't know what. You know? Because at the time, well, I forgot when I first came home, but I don't think, let's see, 2010, well, you remember what happened when we came down to, was it me and you, or me and Joey that went down? It was me and you, right? That initially drove down to Florida? And Dad came, right? Me, you, and Dad, was it? And you and Dad drove back? Is that right? Can't remember. Was it just me and you? No, it was Dad. Dad came down, right? South Carolina, or well, no. Um, that's right. That right. South Carolina was me, you, and Dad. Florida was me and you, right? That's right. That's right. Florida was me and you. And yeah, we all knew what happened there. I ended up having to move somewhere. It was really crazy. Um, that was a wild trip. Wasn't it wild? That was crazy. I don't remember it verbatim that much, but I do remember. I remember us driving. That's really all I remember. I don't remember anything specific. Other than meeting you. I don't know if you remember the two guys I met. That house I was going to live in. Or I was renting a room in. And they were kind of cool. I forgot what we did. Yeah, right? Thank you, Mike, for doing that. Mike, you played. This is so awesome to think about this stuff, man. And Eric, off the like thinking you knew something was off, because when we first moved to Florida, I think I had my accident in 2009. I think it was 2009 July is when I had my accident, I believe. And then that whole year, I did the therapy. And then it was 2010 Thanksgiving where we drove down. I say that because at that time was when I started taking the painkillers. Now at the time, I wasn't addicted to them because I was only on them for like a year, or not even. Yeah, you ain't lying about that, Eric. I've learned that over the last few years that football is nothing to joke with, man. It can really mess you up. But at the time, I wasn't addicted to them because I was still taking them for pain for my therapy. What up, Vic? Nice to see you, brother. But when I would come home in I think the first time I came home was, let's see, I can't remember. I don't think I came home that Christmas. I can't remember. No, I don't think I did. The next Christmas I did, but then at around that time, what up, Hitman? At around that time, that was like 2 years of taking those pills, and I was still on the high train with those. So, what up, y'all? We're talking about me, Eric, and Mike. Mike was telling me about his medical condition, and my brother stopped by, and he was telling me about a medical condition he had, and that's where you see this picture right here. So this is what Mike has. Well, you probably already know this, Vic. And this is what my brother has. And we're talking about when I came down to Florida in 2010. Me and my brother drove down, and I went to go back to Michigan to visit in 2012. I think, pretty sure. I think it was. And at that time, I was like 2 years into taking like painkillers, but they were prescribed to me like normal. So I think at the time I was probably taking them normal, and it probably wasn't until about 2012 or 2013 when I started to take more than I should have. But I was mentioning that I came home probably, I I don't know, 4 times, 5 times over from 2010 to maybe 6 times to 2015. But I was asking my brother if he could tell something was off. Because I would go home and I'd visit and I'd be a functioning person in society. That's crazy. Because I'm gonna let you know something, and now it clearly wasn't a secret. But if you recall, I had that pill bottle with me, and so whenever I would go to grandma's, to your house, to grandma's, it wasn't just a pill bottle, but wherever I had my personal stuff, whether it be a little backpack or whatever. That's so crazy. But now you saying that, you probably could tell that I had that pill bottle with me. Because see, what I would do is I'd have this. So for those who don't know, like I would come visit my family, and I had both grandmas and my dad all within like a 5-mile radius, and then my mom lived. I don't know where my mom lived at the time. Where'd she live? Sterling Heights. But she lived like an hour away, hour and a half away. Anyways, I would come visit my family when I was on break, or like during the summer, and I visited them like 6 times in Michigan. And so I'd pack up a backpack, duffel bag, whatever, get on a plane and fly home and, visit for a couple weeks or whatever. Hey, Stacy, how you doing? The deep. Oh, yeah. Well, hey, Stacy, thanks for stopping by. God, this is crazy thinking about this. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Stacy. Shout out to Eric. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Stacy. I forgot how I met Stacy. Not like that, but no, I forgot how I met you. But anyways, we talked about. Oh no, you told me. Was it you told me your mom passed? Was it, or your dad? And that's how I initially met you. From the Facebook group. I want to say that's how we first had a conversation. I think it was your mom. I think someone passed in your family, and I said, "Hey, hope everything's okay." Oh, didn't. So I was being So I was creeping, right? So I was being a creeper. Fair enough. Fair enough. Not the first time, kid. It won't be the last, right? No, I'm just kidding. I can't. But there was a reason I sent you a friend request, though. Oh, that's right. Okay, I knew it was something medical. That's right. You had an operation done, right? And I said, and you had an operation, and I said, hey, I hope all goes good. And I think you had another operation too, and then I hope you had a good one, or maybe it was just one. But I remember, right? You had an operation. I want to say because I remember wishing you, hey, hope everything goes okay. Yes, new Doom game. That game. Hey, I'm not a Doom fan, but that game. So I've always knew about Doom, and if you remember, Eric, back when Grandma Liz had that computer, we played the generic computer games. We didn't play like the big games back in whatever that was, 97, 98. But around that time, Doom was released, and I think I remember seeing the game. This is obviously before digital. And I always used to think, man, I wanted to get that for the game. But obviously, at the time, Mom or Grandma wouldn't let us play it. But, you know, that's one of the first earlier PC games. And there's a joke that Doom can be played on anything. But it was like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 6. I watched I highly recommend you look it up. It is a what's the gaming convention where people do the speed runs and they stream it all? I can't think of it. But there's one. This guy streamed Doom 2016. Yeah, Dad was cool, right? Remember, I can't remember what game it was. Maybe it was Mortal Kombat. But remember, dude, this is like sparking so many memories. Remember when there'd be I don't think it was Grand Theft Auto, because I don't think we had that. I think there was a time where it was, but I'm not talking about that game. But there was a game that Mom didn't want us to play, but Dad said we could play it. And I'm trying to remember what game it was. It wasn't Mortal Kombat. I think it was newer than that. Oh, no problem, Stacy. You have a good night. Hey, by the way, Stacy, did you see my brother's question? Did you are you in remission for your cancer? Or are you or do you still have it? Unless you probably left already. I think she had. No, I thought she had an operation on it. But my bad, Eric. I thought she probably didn't see your question, or she probably just what she probably did. Probably said, "Hey, what's up?" Not looking at the chat, and then you said bye. That's fine though. But yeah, she's in a Gainesville Facebook group. So like the town I live in, they have a Facebook group. I'm sure Flint has one. I bet the town Mike lives in, Ohio, they probably have one. But I can't think of the game that we were playing. It wasn't GTA, but it was a game that Mom wouldn't let us play, and Dad said we could play it. I'm trying to remember. There were a couple of games like that. Dang, this is going to get me thinking. Maybe it was wrestling. I thought it was wrestling. No, I don't know. But off the gaming thing, remember? Oh no, wait. My train of thought. Doom 2016. There. So it was Doom 2016, then Doom Eternal, and now Doom: The Dark Ages. Look up. I can't think of the name of it, but it's a convention that does speedruns. But this guy did a speedrun of Doom 2016. And when I tell you this thing's amazing, this dude, like, it probably will pop up. I don't remember his name. Oh God, I can't think of his name. See, now there's a lot of people who beat it, but at the time, I want to find it. It was a good speed run, and I want to show it to you because I want you to be able. I want you to watch it whenever you get some time. Because he got all the collectibles, and it was a very informative speed run. Is it this one? Oh, this is it. Yes. So, ooh. Oh, It's not up anymore. Hold on. I want to see if I can find it. Not Zero Master. Though that guy is a beast. Not this guy. Oh man, I want to. Not Tomato Anus. God, I want to find. Hold on for a second, Eric. I want to find it. There it is. Nope, not this guy. How is it not up here? I know once I see the name. I know, brother. I just want you to know I love you, man. I don't know how. There it is. So this run right here. I love you, Eric. I really do, man. And I just want you to know, like, you mean a lot to me, brother. And anybody else stopping by, I just want you guys to know that I love my brother, man. We haven't had we've had a good relationship, but we've done a lot of, we've done a lot together. We just haven't really had a lot of adult conversations, I guess you could say. I think a lot of people, Eric, like to lurk around here. I streamed, what was it, yesterday? I streamed for like 6 hours. I didn't have one person in my chat. But that's fine, though, because I was playing Hunter Call of the Wild, and I was kind of talking to myself anyways. I had a lot on my mind anyways, but it was just like, you know. I believe it or not, when I'm playing and nobody's talking, like, I'm actually enjoying myself. And I think the reason that is because I don't stream that often. So it's like, it's fun regardless. It really is. I'm not just saying that. So like, you know, if I streamed every day, it'd be like, oh man, this sucks, you know. But it's because like I work so much that when I stream, it's almost like a special event. Which is kind of sad because it's like, whenever I start playing a game, I can't remember what I'm doing. But yeah, Eric, you gotta look this up whenever you get a chance. His name's Bite Me, and it's a very informative. Let me see. It's a very informative stream. Let me see.
It really makes it feel like it's something different, but when you look close, it's like, oh yeah.
And this guy right here. This guy right here is Red Warrior.
We skipped that nice long cutscene, and we still got to go
And
back to
then
the area where
all these guys right here are like his buddies, and they're all. It's what makes this stream. Oh, no problem, Mike.
So what maps
What
are you working on right now?
So we got Seek and Destroy. We still got ammo boost.
Right. That seems like a really, really long one.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Um,
But once it's done, it becomes one of the most powerful runes in the game because once you get the BFG, it has the ability to drop with a very small percentage BFG ammunition.
that speed shot is insane.
um,
Get over that.
so yeah, what may I just want to say.
Cool
Sorry, dude.
challenges like
Sidetrack.
One of them is Speed Shoot, which requires you to kill a revenant while he is mid-air.
What makes this stream really cool is it's so informative listening to these guys on the couch. You know, normally I don't sit and watch world record streams or anything like that. I just don't really have time. But a lot of times it's not that interesting. But this stream's very interesting because they're so they tell you about the game and it's like, oh man, that's interesting. See you later, Mike. Love you, brother. Keep me posted. Is everything? Well, I won't keep you, brother. Just message me later, man. I don't want you to think I don't care about you. Yeah, I know, Eric. You know what's crazy, Eric, is like Grandma Liz, she used to always like encourage me to talk to you. I mean, not that I didn't want to talk to you, but she used to always like, hey, you should call Eric, hang out with Eric, give Eric a call or text. And I don't know if you told her, hey, like, hey, it'd be nice to hang out with Tony, but she used to always say that all the time. Like if I come over and get something to eat, she said, hey, call Eric. Or text Eric or see if Eric wants to go. And she used to always do, probably still would, but yeah, she used to always be like, and with me, it's like a lot of times I kind of had my mind made up. Not that I didn't want to see you, but I would like, when I was visiting, the problem with visiting and the state of mind I was in, I was trying to do so many things. I was trying to like do like just so much at the same time. And I wanted to like go to the bar, go hang out, go do this. Knowing I only had 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, go here, go there. And it was just, go to Michigan State, go to Michigan Ann Arbor. Like crazy, man. Like, geez, it's kind of like some of the stuff it was almost weird because I'd visit with family, but at the same time I was trying to like do other things when I wasn't visiting with family. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And when I was just telling somebody about this the other day. Like, that whole time, I wasn't really into gaming. I mean, I like gaming, but I didn't really have a system. I think I had a PS3. Or I think I had a PS4, honestly. But, I don't even remember when PS4 came out. But it wasn't until I got my current job, or maybe until I got my job when I worked at the gas station before I got my current job, that I got into gaming, and then it was, I think when I had my current job is when I got the Xbox, and that's when I got Red Dead Redemption 2. See, now that you mention that, I recall that, and I remember, like, I never really pictured you being that type of person. I never pictured you to be into the wheeling and dealing. I knew Joey. I don't know if Joey still smokes, but I know Joey for the longest, smoked, and then he started to have medical issues, and he kept smoking. And so he smoked for so long. But I don't think I ever associated you with that type of thing. like with that sort of lifestyle. I never said, but now that you mention it, I think Joey at one time mentioned it. Yeah, Eric does. And I guess I couldn't comprehend that you were involved with that, because you kind of, well, I don't want to say kind of, but you, in a way, you didn't give off the vibe that that's what you were doing. Put it like that. Like Joey was like, didn't care. He was pretty open about smoking, and you, on the other hand, I think for the longest, I used to think like, I think for a while you didn't do anything, or maybe that was after the selling you didn't do anything. But I thought for a while like you weren't doing nothing. That's crazy. That's wild. Probably supplied dads too, right? They ain't got to answer that. I know he used to get it from down the street, I think, right? Bill Prim. But all those times when he would be smoking by the bonfire, I never really was the bonfire type guy or the hang around the garage type of guy. Or I'd come by and pretend to want to hang out in the garage just for him to give me like $20 to go do something. I don't even recall. When did you meet? I forgot her name. What's Abel's mom's name? When did you meet her? Casey. When did you meet her? I'm gonna try to figure out if I can recall a time when I thought, okay, that made sense that he was doing this because he was with her. I'm curious, like, oh wow, okay, so that's much later than I thought. Okay. You don't have to answer this. Did you guys sleep together shortly after you guys met? Or did you guys know each other for a while? Did you guys know each other before that? Or did you guys meet and right when you met you started dating and then you slept? See, I thought it was earlier, but I guess that made sense. Because when was Abel born? 2018, 2019? I should know this when my nephew was born, but I don't. Ugh. This is the most interesting stream I've had in a long time. I love it. I love it. Just hanging out talking to my brother, man. I love it. I still struggle a little bit with my anxiety, so I'm trying to work on that. But for some reason, when I'm holding a conversation, it's not that bad. But when it gets to like more than that, then it gets pretty crazy. You born? Okay. So it all happened pretty quickly. So basically, you had Abel. Well, all when I was in Florida. Yeah, 'cause I would almost. I remember I came. I don't know if you remember this, but when I got fired from my DJ gig in 2015, I don't know if you knew about that, but when I got so fucked up that I got fired and I got told that I'm no longer doing Spring Break, I didn't really share with a lot of people that I was DJing in Spring Break. But that was in like March, April of 2015. And then I don't know if you remember, but I literally drove up from Florida to my grandma's. I didn't have a job at the time. And it was like June or July. And I literally packed all my shit inside of a U-Haul, a small U-Haul. Wait, was it a U-Haul? So, yeah, I was towing a U-Haul. That's right. So I had my van. I was towing a U-Haul, and I didn't even have a plan. Part of me thought, okay, I'm gonna come up and live in Michigan, but I still had like connections down here. But I moved up, and I don't know if you remember, but I was up in Michigan for a couple weeks, and then all of a sudden, like, I mentioned that I was gonna stay with grandma, and then my uncle was like, "No, you're not," and my grandma was like, "No, you're not," and they basically like, "You guys," they're like, "Nope, 2015." So it was like May, June time, maybe June, July of 2015, maybe April, no, probably May, June, because when I DJ'd, maybe it might have been near the end of April, because I didn't even make it to March to DJ, but I want to say that maybe it was near the end of March. I can't remember if it was like 4th of July. No, that's right. So I had a interview, I think like in June, to work in this elementary school. Was it May or June? So yeah, it was somewhere around then. End of March, February, April. End of March, February, end of March, April, May. Because I ended up having when I drove back, so I had to drive. I remember I got a U-Haul again, packed it all up, and had to drive back to Florida. And I remember I had to. Did I pack the? Yeah. I had to. I remember it was a Sunday. It was a Sunday morning, and I had an interview Wednesday. And so I was like, at the time I was like, am I going to make it back in 2 days? And because, at the time I wasn't working, and it was like my first job opportunity to work at this elementary school. And I ended up, I remember I left Sunday afternoon. Maybe it was Tuesday that I had the interview. I just know that it was a crunch. Like I did the math, and I was like, damn, I'm going to get there like literally, like I'm going to get in Florida on like Monday night, and I got that interview at 11 a.m. or 10 a.m. Tuesday. Like I'm going to have to unload, unpack my stuff. It was crazy. But yeah, so during that time I came up and I was going to stay, and I didn't know what I wanted. I was still fucked up on pills and stuff, so I was probably, who knows what my thinking was. But it's crazy that on a spur of the moment, I just decided to rent a U-Haul trailer and hook it up to my van and drive up to Michigan, with the thought that I might stay up there, but no clear, concrete idea of what I wanted to do. But yeah. All right, I'm going to... Dude, this is awesome, man. Dude, this is the most... Dude, I gotta say I love this. All right, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. So just bear with me, Eric. My anxiety, it's not bad, but it's still like... I still get OCD a little bit. But thank God it's not like what it used to be, where I'm like... totally out of whack. I'm just like... I think... I truly believe that I've always had OCD and anxiety, but I believe doing the drugs and stuff, I think it made it worse. And it's one of those things that had like a permanent impact on my life. I don't know, man. I was thinking about that. So... And I'm trying to not buy any games until I start playing something. So, let me show you. So there are some new games that I bought, but I bought them on a deal, so it's not like I paid full price for them. Because I told myself I'm not going to do that because I got so many games I want to play. There's no point in buying. But here, let me use the restroom, wash my face. I'm there. I don't know. It's like because I don't stream that much, I always like. It's crazy because I'm always like, what do I want to play? What do I want to play? And a lot of times I don't play anything because by the time I figure out what I want to play, I got to eat and whatever. But like I love. Most people may not know, but I love gaming. Like I love it a lot. Like I really do. It's kind of like when I try to balance gaming out with work, I tell myself, why don't I just work a lot? So then I ain't got to worry about like money part. If I work a lot and don't got to worry about money, then that's better than not working a lot, having a lot of time, but not being able to buy like things I want. But it's like I should try to have a better balance because right now it's like work, but I like work, and then free time's like slowly, like very slowly creeping up. But when I have free time, it's just like I don't want to. I don't know. My mind just gets so overwhelmed because it's like, what do I want to play? Do I want to play this? Do I want to play this? But I'm glad you shared that with me, man. That means a lot. That you could tell that something was not right with me, man. I never thought about that. But when you told me that means a lot to me, man. It really does. I guess I never thought until just now. Like I never would have thought, man, I wonder what if Eric ever knew that about me. But let's see. Let me use the restroom and then we'll try to think. Play this game. Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, you probably already saw that, GTA got delayed again, but it's coming out next May. So in 1 year, that game's coming out, and that game's going to be badass. Like that. See, some of these games, like when I first, like this game I bought on a deal. This game, someone, you know what? I don't even know what this game is about. I mean, I know what it's about, but I don't even know what the style of game. Oh, muscle, my hamstring tightening up. Oh, dude! What's up, brother? Yeah, I remember you, man. Yeah, and that's not Alex that's a different Alex. I got a best friend named Alex, and I was telling my brother that you're a different Alex. But yeah, dude, I remember you, man. Holy shit, how you doing? I haven't talked to you in like at least 2 years, right? Maybe 3 years? I do remember you. Because now, correct me if I'm wrong, and I apologize in advance, but when I was playing Division 2 and I was playing some different games, you wanted to play Division 2 with me, am I correct? Or there was another game you wanted to play with me, right? And I can't remember what it was. Was it Dying Light? No, it wasn't Dying Light. Because I didn't have that for Xbox. Or was it just Division 2? That was when when I was on Xbox? When was the last time we had a conversation? Or when was the last time you were in my stream? Would you say 2 years ago? Or even 3 years ago? Because I've been on PC since 2020, so. But I think you've been to my stream since I've been on PC. I want to say you stopped by like a couple years ago. It was only for a little bit, but okay. So right now I'm like undecided, trying to figure out what to play. But this is crazy. No. Was that what happened? Because, see, I remember I was playing Division 2, and I remember this part right here. So I was playing Division 2, and at the time I was looking up videos, build videos and stuff, and I looked up a video of Division 2, and you know how people do like a video and like their character is just standing there and they're either talking or they're doing something, but they record it. And so it's not a live stream, it's a video. But I remember the character was idle and I was looking at this, and at the time it wasn't even a 4K TV, it was like a 1080 TV. And this was like 2018, 2019. Probably closer to 2019. And I was watching this video, and I forgot what this video was for, but the first few minutes of the video, the character was just standing there, and I remember looking at the video, and I was like, dude, why are those graphics so much better? Like, before then, I knew PC was better graphics, but I just never really saw up close, like, what the difference was. Like, I knew they were better, but I guess I didn't realize. And I realized this guy who was making this video was on PC. And so his character is just there, and you know how they do those animations? Like when the character's just standing, like the wind blows, and you can see the graphics, and I was like, dude. And I remember it was on my TV. Maybe it was my computer screen. No, it was my computer screen. It was on my Mac, my 2016 MacBook Pro. And so, you know, it's an older Mac. You know, so. But I remember looking at this, and I was like, dude, this is nice. Like, and that was the first time I decided I want to do PC. I don't think I immediately went to buy a PC at the time, but I think it was at that moment when I realized that, hey, I want to think about getting a PC. But then now I'll be honest, I don't remember, but it would make sense that you would say something too about PC. But I didn't know you got the PC first, see? Wait, so where? Okay, I haven't played Division 2 regularly in like 3 years, 4 years. So where is the game currently? What is the what has been released over the last 2 years? Because last I played was the hunter. What was it? What was it called? Where each week it would change. You'd hunt the hunters, and it got really easy when you were with a group, and then there was one secret hunter that was hard to get, but once you get them, you got a chance to get something. That was like the last time I played the game. I forgot who it was. I forgot what guy was the DLC boss. I think it was the first DLC. Or maybe it was the only DLC. But when I would read random tweets and random articles, what few articles I did read about Division 2, it was almost seemed like it was just, they didn't really have any events, or they had events, but they didn't have any really new content. Yeah, that's right. So New York, and then I stopped playing after New York. Then I did some of the hunter stuff. But then when I would see stuff on Division 2, it just seemed like it was more hunter stuff. Everything was hunters. or like a new enemy, but it was all the same setup. You know, you do this Monday, you know, the first 2 weeks, and then in 2 weeks they open up phase 2 and phase 3. So I haven't followed up close, but it looked like it was all the same. So have they added anything real new? I'm assuming they added some weapons and stuff and maybe some gear. But have they added like any like true content, or is it just kind of like same difference, like the same thing that's always been there but just maybe different enemies? What have they added? Okay, I don't think they had a battle pass when I was playing. So have you been playing regularly for these last few years? Like you've been playing regular? Wow. Because I want to say 3 years ago, I played the Summit and the Descent, and I want to say one of them froze on me, but the Summit I played a few times and I really enjoyed that, even though it was very repetitive. All right, let me use the restroom, and I'm gonna see how I feel after I do that. Try to play. Maybe I won't, because I bought a ticket for a movie tomorrow, and I got to drive like 40 minutes to go see it because it's an IMAX, and I don't have IMAX where I'm at. So, and I want to eat. So I might call it a night, but let me just use the restroom and see how I feel. But, dude, it's really nice to see you, Alex. Let me use the restroom. I'll be right back. Let me put on some music, too. Dude, this is cool. That's so crazy. Shout out to my brother, Eric, man. I love you, homie. I missed your message. Yeah, Eric, yeah. Did you play, Eric, did you play Division 2 or did you only play Division 1? And did you play it on PC or did you play it on console? All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to use the restroom. Let's see how we feel like playing something. If not, might have call it a night and get something to eat. Cause I'm working on getting a schedule to be able to stream more. And I know, Alex, you just stopped in, but I really been busting my ass working, and so much good has come out of it. I love working. I got a good rapport with my job. But I haven't had a good work-life balance. But I've been able to just kind of afford things and take care of things. And so it's like, it's been a weird balance that I like, but also a part of the balance that I don't like. Just because I just don't have time to do much. But I want to try to get back into playing and gaming because I absolutely love it and I'll never stop. But sometimes I don't even start, to be honest. But no, I want that, and I just don't have a good schedule right now. But I work, and so I've been able to take care of things, and I haven't had to worry about money, which is great, at all. It's already coming out? Division 3? I thought they weren't sure about that. I guess I could have quick Google search would have solved that. See, like this game, I started it, but I just haven't played in so long that I probably would be like out of the loop. Oh man. I think I might just get something to eat because see, I really want to get a better schedule. And because I don't stream that much, whenever I do stream, I get in a good mood because I get to talk to people. Because I'm a huge introvert. I don't really go out. I don't really engage and talk to a lot of people at all. But, I mean, I like talking to people, but I just kind of stay to myself. But a lot of times my planning is really good. But it's like I tend to, I tend to, just never want to sleep or relax. And so I think sometimes it bites me in the butt, especially because I have to wake up at 3:30 in the morning on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I work from 5 to 5:30, 3 days a week. And then I do overtime. So it's really a crazy schedule. But I think I'm gonna get something to eat. And I'm gonna work on trying to do some earlier streams and whatnot. But yeah. All right, send me a message. Eric, you got Discord, right, Eric? Yeah, I'll text you. See if you can message me. And if not, because I added so many people already, it's a long story. I can't add more people, even if I deleted some. It's a long story. We can join the same server. So you can tell me what server you're in. Any server. It doesn't have to be my server, your server, any server. And if we're in the same server, we can message each other if we're not friends. So I don't know if you okay with that. So if we're not friends on Discord, all we got to do is be part of the same server. No, I'll add you on. I mean, I'm saying we can message each other on Discord if we're in the same server. So pick us. We probably are already in the same server because I'm part of I have the Discord Nitro and I've maxed out my server. Well, not maxed out. I'm part of 100 servers. I think way more than I should be. But they're all random stuff. A lot of them have to do with gaming. Not all of them, but we're probably. I guarantee. I would almost guarantee you we're in the same. We have a mutual server. Let's see. Oh wow, you're in my server. You must have just joined. Oh no, you didn't. You joined a while ago. Damn, I didn't know you were in my server. Thank you for being there. I didn't know that. See, if you weren't in my server or we didn't have the same server, it wouldn't let you message me. It would say this person cannot receive messages. And because it's a long story, but I can't add people, even if I delete people, I can't add new people. It wouldn't let me. It won't let us message each other. So it's good that we have a mutual server. But I want you to know you don't. If you don't want to stay in my server, that's fine. You just let me know what server you're in, and I'll join. But I'm actually shocked that we don't have a mutual server. Are you active on Discord? Like, do you use it all the time? Or do you just only join certain servers? Like, are you one of those people who only join like a few servers? Like, if you're not going to be active in a server, you don't even join it. I know some people like that. Like, I know somebody who's only a part of like 10 servers. But they're active in all 10. But if they need to join a server for a question or for something, they join and then they leave. How many servers are you in, if you don't mind me asking? Are you in a bunch of servers, or are you only in a few, or do you only do like small private servers, like people servers, or do you join like Microsoft server, for instance, or like the Call of Duty server, or like Dying Light server, or the Division 2 server, or Division server? Well, I think there's a Division 2 one, but the Division is the main one. I'm part of a ton of servers. Like, see if I let's see if I can show it to you. Yeah. So like. Oh, okay, yeah. See, I was in the 5M1, but I left because I never was doing GTA roleplay, and I left. That's the only reason I left. Because it was weird. I wanted to add a couple more, and I was at my limit, and it wouldn't let me, and so I just had to, like, okay, what servers do I never use? But, yeah, so, like, as you can see, like, I got a bunch of random servers, like Marvel. Some of these servers, I don't even think I've ever participated in. I just joined. Oh, yeah, no, yeah. Some of these are kind of cool though. Like some of them are really niche. Like, let me see if I can find one that's like really niche. Like, there's one on here that's like Reddit Sports. Like, so it's basically, yeah. See, it's basically sports, but it's not that. A lot of these servers aren't that active all the time. Like this server. Okay, so a lot of these servers, they're active, but there's only like one channel active all the time, or two. Well, thanks, Eric. Eric, send me a message so I have you have a thread for you. Oh, sorry for sending that, Mike. Damn. Oh, damn. I love you guys, man. Shout out to Eric and Alex, man, for hanging out. Let me see if I'll play something. Maybe I'll play a little something. I don't know. I kind of want to, like, I love hanging out and just talking to you guys, but I want to, like, I want to get to a point to where I fire up my stream and I just really start playing. But it's just like my anxiety's just kind of going crazy, and you know, it's almost like overwhelming, kind of like, because I know when I start a game, I gotta you know, it's gonna take time getting started, and it's like a lot of times that's intimidating to me because I don't want to spend the time doing that. All right, Eric and Alex, I'm gonna call it a night, only because I want to get something to eat and relax and get some sleep, because I gotta wake up tomorrow at like 1 or 2, which sounds like late, but I gotta wake up because I gotta go to Ocala, which is like 40 minutes away, and I want to go a little earlier and, you know, kind of get there before the movie starts. So, and the thing is when here's the main reason why I'm doing that now, because when I get back, it will be around 6:30, 7 o'clock. Oh, I'll definitely text you, brother. But I want you to know why I'm doing this. So 6:30, 7 o'clock. When I get back, I got to do laundry, but I got to get to bed. See, so if I get back 6:30, even if I start laundry at 7, which I probably won't start right then, but that 2 hours do laundry would be 9 o'clock. I got to get to bed because I got to wake up 3:30 on Friday. So, unless I just like beeline it back at like 6:30 whenever the movie's done, hurry up and do laundry and then go to bed. But I'm probably going to eat, and so I'm already planning on. Oh no, I'll definitely message both of you. Eric, did you send me a message in Discord? Take it, yes. It comes out tomorrow. You'll probably guess it the first time. It's like the only main movie I think that comes out tomorrow. That probably gave it away saying that. There might be another movie that came out tomorrow. In general? What do you mean by that? Oh. Oh, you talk. Oh, I was saying. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, send me a private message too. I say you sent a message in the server. Send me a private message too. So then I have a thread. So then I have a thread for you. Because a lot of times I'll look here and I'll be. This is how I remember people I messaged. But I see what you're saying. But no, Final Destination. So tomorrow, Final Destination. Next Thursday's Mission Impossible. So yeah, well, I normally don't go to movies, but I decided that it's the only time I really get out and do anything. So I really want to, you know, why not? Like I don't like literally when I'm like I work, I come back, I wake up, take my medicine, drink some caffeine, and you know just really relax because I just work so much that just kind of relaxing around the house is fun for me. Like my ex-girlfriend, she goes to Orlando and does all this stuff, and I don't do that stuff anymore. For some reason, she doesn't ever want to hang out, but I say that's fine, but she keeps texting and calling me and wanting to like let me know how her day's going. I mean, oh heaven forbid if I tell her I met somebody. I don't even tell her that. It's like, we're not even dating. You claim we're not even dating, but yet you still want to pretend we're dating. Okay, that don't make no fucking sense, man. It's like, pick or choose. Do you want the wiener or no? You want the hot dog wiener in between some buns or no? I look at it. The Final Destination movies are kind of like, in a way, they're similar to the Saw movies in that the deaths are so unique, you know? Yeah, she just doesn't want. I don't know, man. I don't know why she wants. It's almost like she knows I'm not creepy, so she like knows she can share stuff with me, as opposed to some random guy she doesn't really feel comfortable sharing stuff with. But it's like she wants me around for that, but that's it. Like she just doesn't want to like, which is fine. I'm past that. I mean, there was a point long time ago where it was like, oh no, I wanna, oh no, she's mad, she ain't gonna see me, now I'm not gonna sleep with her. Like, I don't care about that stuff anymore. It's been a long time since I cared about that. And so, like, she'll text me and message me, and I'll sometimes I won't respond, and she'll get mad that I don't respond. And she'll say, let's hang out. And then we plan to hang out, and then she doesn't want to anymore. That's exactly what I do now. It's crazy you say that. That's exactly what I do. It's like, how do I want to say it? It's almost like she won't hang out unless she's so lonely that she's at a breaking point, that she just wants to be around somebody or have sex. That's literally the only time, like that's the only vibe I get. You know, like if she's okay and she can do without, she ain't gonna come over, which is fine. But like sometimes she'll just pop over. But yeah, you're right. You're exactly right. I don't share with her nothing. But like, there's a lot of weird things. Like, for instance, my mom and my cousin, they asked her what her Instagram was, and she doesn't do social media. She does Facebook, but not like most people do Facebook. Like how mom would do Facebook. Well, not even. Mom does Facebook more than she does. Jen doesn't even do she doesn't do really no social media. She doesn't do Amazon. Like, she just kind of, I don't want to say old school, but she doesn't really use social media like the normal person does. And my mom and my cousin Tara, and so sometimes Jen will talk to my mom. They just talk about random stuff, whatever. Okay, great, that's fine. I'm not against that. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. But I guess there was a time when my mom and my cousin Tara sent her a message asking her what her Instagram is. Now, she's never showed me Instagram. Her Instagram. I've never seen her have Instagram. But it wouldn't be surprising if she had Instagram or Twitter for the sole purpose of following my profiles on each of those platforms. And the reason I say that is because there have been times when I post something on Instagram and she showed no hint of nothing about having Instagram. Like, she just, either she is playing dumb and doing a good job of it, but she has never showed any hint of like having an Instagram, wanting an Instagram. But there was a time I posted something on Instagram, and it wasn't nothing sexual, but it was something I was going through, whatever. Not about relationship, just kind of about like, hey, this, that, the other, hey, it was back when my grandma was alive, but she made a comment that would seem to only be a reply to that post. So here, let me retract that. Dude, hold on. No more ads for you, brother. Hold on. Oh, no. Hold on. Uh-oh. Hold on. What the hell? Nope. Hold on. Since I gifted a sub, I ended up changing my card info. Here I was trying to be slick and surprise you. Hold on. But it's okay. I don't want to have to repeat myself. Plus, you deserve it, man. It's only $6. It don't matter. I'll end up getting some of it back anyways. All right. Sweet. Okay, so did you hear? Okay, so yeah, so Jen she doesn't use social media. She doesn't have Twitter. She doesn't have Instagram. She has Facebook, but I don't even think she uses it that much. She's just not that type of person. But there have been little things here and there that have happened where she, where it was almost like she's responding to a post that wasn't on Facebook, and it was almost like, well, not responding directly, but like saying something to me in a text message that was almost like she would only say this if she read my post on Instagram. And so, but the point is, when my mom and cousin asked for her Instagram because they wanted to see it, they didn't know she didn't do Instagram, and I assumed she didn't either. But she messaged me and said, "Tell your mom and cousin that I don't have an Instagram." And it's just like, why don't you just tell them? Like, I don't know. But, with my mom and my cousin Tara, they would come at Jen as if they wanted to snoop around. Basically, like, if I didn't, like, I would say, "Eric, what's your Twitter?" But I'd say it in a way to where I just wanted to be sneaky and see what you were tweeting about, I'm not trying to, like, make it sound like I want to know your Twitter to follow you and I'm interested in what you're saying. I can see my mom and cousin basically coming at Jen in a way that's not rude or anything, but almost like, "We want to see your Twitter. We want to see what's on there." Like, where some people aren't, they're not fazed by that, but Jen was clearly fazed by that. But I thought it was funny that she messaged me and says, "Hey, tell your mom and cousin I don't have that." And I'm thinking to myself, well, why don't you just tell them? But it makes me think that if she told me that she might have, like, a secret account. You know what I'm saying? Like, an account with no followers, no profile picture, doesn't follow anybody, but uses it to kind of, get the DL about something. I don't know, it's just kind of funny. Like I buy everything on Amazon. Well, everything that's not food. Some food I do, but mainly no food. But, and I'm trying to tell her, I'm like, "Jen, I understand you go to the store and get stuff, but get an Amazon Prime, man. Like, there's so much crap you can buy, and you can shop, and you can, you don't have to go to the store and get the one option that's available." I want to do it. No. But anyways, now you got me almost wanting to play, but no, I want to stop and I want to get something to eat. So I think I'm gonna cook a grilled cheese. Oh no, I know what I'm having. I'm having crackers. Well, I'm gonna have grilled cheese. I don't know. Anyways, I love you guys. Love you, Eric. Love you, Alex. I'll see you guys in the next one. Like I said, I just want to relax, get something to eat. Oh yeah, most definitely. I love you, Eric. We'll keep in touch, man. And I promise you, soon I'm gonna start streaming where I'll stream and I'll start playing more, and because it's something I want to do. I just gotta gotta figure out a good schedule. But like I said, it's nice to be able to work and stuff. But keep me posted with everything. Let me know how everything's going. Tell Joey I said hi. Tell Mom I said hi. I love him. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, y'all. Peace.